Business that benefits society. Technologies that make the world more convenient. Each issue of our program introduces you to people who build the future on the basis of the latest developments, principles of high social responsibility, and a caring attitude towards nature. The world of startups showcases advanced high technologies and their integration into all spheres of our modern life. Success story of Kazakhstan payment system. Medical information platform. Service for auto repair. In business, as in single combat, there are two ways: enmity or creation. The first strengthens the confrontation, the second helps to be flexible in order to get a result. Alexei Nazarov, the founder of the Paybox payment system, chose the path of Aikido, that is, creation, and was not mistaken. In just 3 years, his company grew from a startup into a full-fledged business, which now occupies about 20% of the total volume of the electronic payment market in the country. The monthly turnover of the company is more than $10 million, and it is actively growing. At the moment, the number of client companies is more than 2,000. This is only in Kazakhstan. Monthly increase is 50 to 60 contracts. This is a very good result, even by the standards of some old players. For example, banks that were present on the market earlier. Today, the company operates in 3 key areas. This is the reception of online payments, the service of payments and transfers, as well as the so-called trade acquiring, payment for goods in the store using a bank card. We were inspired by the biggest European projects in the fintech industry, which helped us to create our unique personal cabin. It is convenient for all our partners and users and provides deep analytics on payments, on conversion of payments, on their geography. One of the main advantages of this system is that it avoids the effect of a cat in a poke. That is, the service does not take money for connection and use of its resources, but earns on commissions from some specific customer purchases. We recently received a PCI DSS certificate. It is an international standard from Visa and MasterCard companies which guarantees the security of data storage. Not every company can get the certificate. The requirements and quality standards are quite high. Such companies, in fact, are hard to find in Kazakhstan and in the world as a whole. To feel new challenges, to see and evaluate the work of competitors, the Kazakhstan payment system scaled its business in Kyrgyzstan and Russia. In these countries, offices have already been opened, teams have been formed, the first transactions are underway. At the same time, it was not so easy to enter the market of the northern neighbor. Open a legal entity in Russia if it is a legal entity and it is somehow connected with another legal entity from another country in a simplified format is no longer possible. That is, it is recognized as a certain branch of a certain company and is already equated to large business. And there are much more serious requirements for taxation and so on. In the medium term, Alexei Nazarov's team faces several important tasks. First of all, to strengthen its position in the Kazakhstan electronic payment market, which, by the way, is estimated at about $1 billion. Second of all, it continued to scale to foreign markets. Next in line are the African and European countries. And in case of successful implementation of this plan, Paybox will be the first Kazakh financial project with such a wide sales geography. Google buys VR company Litro for $40 million. The startup develops a unique technology of photographing when the matrix with the help of the micro-lens system captures complete information about the light field of the subject. This function allows you to adjust the focus after the photo has already turned out to be fuzzy or blurred. The market considered the selling of Litro a failure for the company, as last year the startup was estimated at $360 million. Dropbox is estimated at $9.2 billion. The American company held an IPO pricing at $21 per share, which is higher than the previously announced price range. Following the IPO, the cloud service plans to attract approximately $750 million. Of this, $563 million will be received by the company itself, and the remainder the amount its founders, investors, and former top managers. Medelement. This is the name of the most popular medical information project in Kazakhstan. Every month, more than 1 million unique visits are recorded here, and the high demand is enjoyed by the entire product line, which this platform offers. These are three major areas in automation system for doctors and medical organizations. These are services for patients such as finding a doctor, setting up for an appointment, electronic patient room, communication services, and a large reference and information system again for doctors, medical students, and patients. Electronic clinic Medelement is one of the key projects of the company on healthcare automation. Today, 80 medical institutions are already connected to this resource in 9 cities of Kazakhstan, including the Almaty Center for Innovative Technologies Cardios. According to his chief advisor, Jibek, thanks to this service, the number of patients in the clinic has increased threefold.
У нас вся регистрация производилась в бумажном варианте, и только данные пациентов, осмотр производился.
Previously, all registration was made in paper form, and only the data of patients and examinations were made in electronic form, and we kept it all in the cloud. At the moment, everything from the registration of patients to the storage of data is done electronically. In this case, all patient data is securely stored in an encrypted form and is not available to other people.
Зашифрованном виде и недоступны другим лицам.
In 2017, this company implemented a unique project for the Republic called the Digital Card of Medicine of Kazakhstan. To collect information about all medical organizations of the country, it was necessary to go around with a GPS tracker to all cities and towns of Kazakhstan, with a population more than 50,000 people, including, thanks to the received information today, one more product of the enterprise successfully operates. Search for doctors and clinics. It is enough to go to the site either from a mobile device or from a personal computer and select the necessary search parameters. The search results will show a list of clinics and doctors. They can be sorted by the cost of primary reception or by rating. Monetization of the medical element is carried out in several directions. It can be an advertisement or subscription on a monthly or annual basis. The subscription price is fixed. For the ultimate medical organization, it directly depends on the number of jobs. That is, from the number of users who work using the system. The cost is fairly low. For example, for one workplace, the annual subscription costs 42,000 tenge. This includes the service itself for the whole year and the development of this service, which have a continuous support. Despite the fact that the Kazakhstan market in the healthcare sphere is not very large, the founders of the medical information platform see a good growth potential in their field. According to businessmen, the amount of user traffic in the next year or two will increase several times. But they do not intend to stop at this either. Plans are to scale up the project to the CIS markets. This year, the service begins its active work in Russia. Anna Osipova, Commercial Director of the investment company Arex Group. Kainar Mardinov, General Director of the business process automation system Torgai.com.
Добрый день. Здравствуйте. Разрешите рассказать о нашем проекте?
We provide a software solution for business automation, trade, small and medium business. The volume of the market is about $100 million per year. We plan to occupy about 15% of the market. Knowing that you're investing in such projects, we believe that you can become our strategic investor in this project.
Мы считаем, что вы можете стать нашими стратегическими инвесторами в этом проекте. У нас есть 3 канала монетизации.
We have 3 monetization channels. The first channel is the subscription fee of the traders themselves. The second is the distributors and manufacturers of goods. And the third, consulting companies which are interested in understanding the dynamics of the movement of goods. We need about 100 million tenge for 20% of the company's share. Return of investment will take 19 to 20 months. In principle, given that the first 100 customers gave you money, I hope the agreement was reached on a free basis. This is really the first income of the project. You can hope for the next 100,000 customers who will be able to return the invested money to investors. The team of 25 people is impressive. Also, I hope that they're all busy with their own business. In principle, I think that given the size of our market, in order not to make an exit, we need to go through several rounds of investments and perhaps think about strategic partners that could strengthen your project from the point of view of the client base and investment opportunities. I suggest to discuss this separately at the next meeting.
Инвестиционных возможностей. Но я предлагаю для этого встретиться отдельно и уже обсудить.
Чувствуется, что он не первый раз презентует свой проект, он хорошо
It feels that it is not the first presentation of the project for him. He knows the individual figures well, the details of the project. He can answer tricky questions from the investor. But I did not like the fact that there is a feeling that he doesn't have a full confidence in what he says. It is very important. There is no project, no presentation. You are the bearer of your idea. You're the first person who must believe in the project. Accordingly, you must radiate this confidence so that the investor would want to invite you to the next meeting and say, I want to know more about your project. That's what I need. I would recommend to Kainar for the next time to rehearse what he usually says in front of the mirror. He knows everything about his subject well, but let him imagine that the person to whom he presents his project is not at all from his sphere. It is necessary to use simple words. For example, not software, but the usual software solution, so that absolutely every person who is not a specialist in this field could understand him. 4 million cars are registered in Kazakhstan. 70% of them are older than 10 years. This means that they require constant repairs. According to the most pessimistic estimates, the domestic market for auto repairs estimated at $1 billion. CarMap.kz plans to occupy at least 10% of this volume. In the next 5 years, this is a platform for finding quality auto repair shops. Such car service providers work in countries such as the United Kingdom, the United States, India, and Russia, and are in great demand, especially among those car owners who believe that they are being deceived in car care centers that are afraid of being supplied with bad parts, as well as those who have had a negative experience visiting car repair shops. The first version of the site was launched in the fall of 2016. Since then, 400 car repair shops have already joined the system, which process more than 3,500 applications for car repairs. We save on expensive advertising and attract new customers. When there is no work, we take applications from this portal and use them. Thanks to this portal, we receive from 200 to 500 potential customers a week. Applications come for repairs as well as for the spare parts. Functional platform consists of two parts. The first is intended for car owners, the second for representatives of auto repair shops. If you own a personal transport, you come to our service. Choose the service that you need, for example, repair or replacement of the engine, leave the application, and choose what you need from several proposals that we have on the service. We already have more than 350 different services. Monetization of the electronic platform is carried out according to the model order commission, which is collected from the auto repair shops. For car owners, consultations and selection services on this resource are free. In the future, our team faces the challenge of coping with a very large flow of applications. We are growing at a very fast pace, and it is very important to maintain and improve the quality of our services for our users in the selection of car service centers and the control of the performance of repairs. Today, the startup continues to work on finding new partners to supplement its content base. In addition, the functional part of the platform is being finalized. Over time, such services as electronic payment, evacuator call, exit tire service, and car wash services will be added here. The National Bank of Kazakhstan has launched a mobile app for the sale of notes. Invest online. The cost of one note today is 92 tenge. In a year, it will reach already 100 tenge. You can be identified in the application via electronic digital signature, EDS, through the personal cabinet of the single accumulation pension fund, and through the sub-account opened in the Central Securities Depository. In the future, if this product shows its viability and relevance, then other market participants will have the opportunity to implement their papers through similar tools. One of the winners of the competition for Sabi entrepreneurs in 2018 was the Sheberhan project. This is a special space for creative people where interesting and ambitious projects are born. According to the founders of the startup, it's hard to find a 3D printer, laser cutter, soldering iron for electronics, and other tools for their work. All this can be found in Sheberhan. The launch of the innovation space is planned for the fall of 2018.